Welcome to Ethereum Cat Herders meeting 77. The first item listed here is a network upgrade. As we try to provide updates of what's coming up on the Ethereum blockchain, the next upgrade that we are expecting is the merge. And with merge, we have seen the Kintsugi testnet, which was made public in the month of December. And now we are having a new spec coming out for Kiln. That was released yesterday, and in the EF blog post finalized number 33 shared by Danny Ryan, it suggests that Kiln could be the last merge sprint before launching the pre-production testnets. Like currently, engineers are trying to adjust the changes that were identified in engine API. And at the end of this sprint, a production-ready implementation will be shared with the community. So in short, Kiln will be the successor to the Kintsugi testnet. The next sub-item here is optimistic sync. So optimistic syncs provide a way for consensus engine, that is the beacon node, to follow the head of chain without verifying the execution payload. This is required for the execution engine to be able to sync most effectively, given the visibility of payload hashes from the block. In the last meeting, in the last CL meeting, consensus layer meeting, developers were discussing how to implement this in the spec, and Paul Honor shared a document for client team feedback to decide on the optimistic sync design. So please check out the meeting notes if you are interested to follow and contribute on that part. Moving on to the item number 2, that is ECH updates. So we shared the Ethereum Cat Herders update 52, which is for the summary of the month of January this morning. Check out for the latest update, and you can find the link in the agenda. The next item is ECH engineering. For ECH engineering, the Ethereum Cat Herders team are trying to help the current EIP bot. Alita has left some comments for whatever updates were done in the past month, in the month of January. And there are suggestions for the task priority. She mentions that I have completed about 6 tickets in the past month, and the key updates are improvement to auto merge reliability or potential path to viable solution in the future. Custom maintainers, you can change who's mentioned when an error occurs by changing the maintainer list in the YML file. Fixing bugs and PR auto labeling. Unfortunately, she could not join the meeting, so she left an update, and I'm hoping these would be also reflected in the monthly task that is added to the Ethereum Cat Herders engineering issue. I personally have no objection on the priorities that she decides, but yes, anyone else here thinks that anything go like in particular sequence? Anyone has any thought or opinion on the sequence decided here? I don't see even Shashank, who is also the second one who is working on the EIP bot stuff, but yeah. Maybe I would take it up with the engineering group in the ECH Discord. Moving on, the next item is Cat Blazers. We have William Schwab on the call today. William, if you would like to take it up.
Sure. So the big thing that I'd say really was more or less all of my time for the month this month was getting the podcast off the ground. I am happy to say that there is now an Ethereum Cat Herders podcast. We've been primarily using Spotify as a platform. ZK Doof has started helping me out with that kind of in the beginning. It was mainly me with some assistance from Pooja. Pooja is definitely still assisting. It could be some of that might move over to ZK Doof. He's also trying to help me with a lot of the technicals behind it. Originally, we were going to target once every 2 weeks, but for now, it looks like even targeting a once a week release has been working and has been sustainable. So my current plan is to try and keep that up. If I see that it becomes too much of a burden, then I'll probably try and take it down to once every 2 weeks kind of a thing. We've released 3 episodes so far. The first one with Andre Cronje, the second with Tomasz Stanchak from Nethermind, and the third with Sam Sun. We have another episode recorded with Lefteris. Let's see if I can remember his last name right. Karapetsas. I hope I got his last name right there, from Rotki, and should be recording another one with Alchemy today. And yeah, so far so good. One thing that would be useful there is if I'd be able to get a cat herder's domain email just to use for email purposes there. We've been looking into that on the side. So just kind of like getting in the groove with that and handling comms, I'd say handled a lot of my capacity, pretty much the whole thing this month. Starting next month, Kernel is kicking off. So I do expect to be sinking a fair amount of time into that. I've also been thinking about kind of renewing my efforts by Ethernaut DAO, though I'd have to be in a position where I feel like I'd be able to give it the attention that it kind of deserves. So that one probably will get backburnered in the meantime. I'm also still working on the kind of ERC promotion project that I was working on with Sapri Gupta before, to try and get other platforms in the space and more involved in the ERC process, creating ERCs for things that they have created that would be of good use to the ecosystem at large, and have also started another project with him, starting to work on creating protocols for just protocols for protocols as in platforms in the space, both to make sure that they have good security measures in place and about what to do if there is actually a security event. And yeah, that's been my month. Happy January.
Pretty awesome. 2 points that you mentioned in the update about the ECH domain email. I talked to Brent Alsop, and he mentioned that he would be looking into it. Unfortunately, he had some emergency at home, so he could not join the meeting today. But we hope to have some update for you very soon. And one other thing that we shared on the Twitter's Ethereum Cat Herders Twitter earlier, that we are looking for someone to volunteer their time to kind of make thumbnails for the podcast and all. So someone reached out to me. Unfortunately, we are not able to sync for past 2-3 months. Looks like his time zone is entirely different, but I hope to have some conversation this week, and will inform you if he's willing to get on board.
What would that be for? Like, what would they be doing?
The thumbnail and
oh, got it. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you the first time. Cool. That would be awesome.
So those are on the podcast, and I think we have pretty much covered everything on the cat blazes. Moving on to the ECH operations. In the last month, we had our first new joiners meeting. We have Shubhangi on the call. She has been added recently to the ECH Ops team. So Shubhangi, if you would like to take up this one and talk more about what's coming up.
So we had 17 people who filled out the Google Doc form, and we also had some new interest from the introductions that joined the new joiners meeting. There was some issue regarding actually joining the Zoom time zone at the right time, so I will look into that. But the meeting went well. It was pretty short. It's the first meeting, so I'm guessing that we may have more people next time, and aiming for a 1-hour meeting. We have tentatively decided for February 17, 11 a.m. EST to be the new joiners meeting for February. So we have more time to prepare and email people and get more, get kind of increase the public awareness of having this meeting. And I'm hoping that more members can join. I will be sending out Calendly invites this time, so people can click on the link easily and find the Zoom meeting. And yeah, so I think I will be doing this monthly, and hopefully we'll have more people onboarding through this process.
Cool. Yeah, and we will add the event on the ECH Discord whenever the date is finalized. And tentatively, we are planning to have it on February 17th, but we'll look into some of the logistics. And if it is done, then we'll add it there. So please keep checking the ECH Discord event section for upcoming meetings. The next sub item is Eip Insight. In the month of January, Eip 1271, standard signature validation method for contracts, is now added as a standard. It is now in the final status. It's been a long pending proposal, so I'm very happy for the projects who have been promoting this proposal to be in the final status for a very long time. And in addition to that, there are 4 new proposals added as draft and more changes. All these are listed in the Eip Insight. You can follow the link on the agenda. The next one is Peep and Eip. Upcoming meetings can be found on the Peep and Eip schedule that is added to the agenda. In this week, we are planning to have a meeting with Wyan Chang for the proposal EIP 4361, that is sign in with Ethereum. It's a very interesting proposal and we are hoping to have some project implementation soon. So if you are either implementing this project or trying to work on this proposal, please try to attend the meeting that is scheduled for tomorrow, February 2nd at 18:30 UTC. And in the following week, we have got EIP 2098 compact signature representation with Richard Moore. It's an informational EIP which is reaching to the final status. We have very few EIPs which are informational category and in the final status. And this one particularly is like interesting for projects to follow. So if you are interested, stay tuned. Moving on to the meeting notes and action items for ECH, we have meeting notes for all core dev meeting 130 that is available in the repository now. Also for EIP IP meeting 48. Unfortunately, we do not have consensus meeting 80 up yet. I will check with the resource who is working on it. And other than that, we had this another meeting, EIP editor apprenticeship meeting for the last month, and we have recording and summary added in the agenda. So that's all from the ECH updates. So moving on to the events and hackathons. We have talked about ETH Denver and Chilling Point that are planned this month. There is this new edition, Eternal. It's by it's another new event. I'm just trying to open the link. Devfolio. Yeah, I was just forgetting the name of the team. So it's by Devfolio India, and they are inviting application for hackathons, and the application are closing on February 17th. That's the new addition to this list. And other than that, we discussed about DevConnect in our earlier meetings. We have Annette on the call. She has probably more update on that part. Over to you, Annette.
Sure. Hey guys. So regarding Amsterdam and DevConnect, there will be event happening from the 18th of April until like 27th of April. It will be in Amsterdam, and there will be many events happening during the whole week. For example, team is organizing some events as well, and many others, for example, like layer 2 events, magicians are going to host their event as well, and magicians would like to collaborate with Ethereum cat holders on this event. I'm happy to share more details, but I'm sure that I share already some. But we are going to host today a council where we are going to invite many people and many developers and researchers from all kind of different teams and work on IPs and discuss all the issues that are happening in Ethereum. But we are going to take in a place the other events and respect them as well. So because there are going to be happening some layer 1 researcher event as well. But yeah, basically 1 week, many events in like one huge venue hosted by Ethereum Foundation, and every event will be self-organized, and that will be sort of like a decentralized version of DevCon, sort of, if that makes sense.
Thank you for the update. One thing that we wanted to especially mention here, like I'm trying to coordinate and help out in every possible way to support this event, but I'm not traveling. So if anyone here from the Ethereum cat herders is planning to be in real life in the Amsterdam meeting and is interested in representing Ethereum cat herders, please reach out to me. We may have some tasks for you if you are interested to help out and help out in the event planning. So please reach out to me. All right, the next one is new tasks and brainstorming. We have been discussing these new activities, and I have especially thinking of this categories as a point of discussion for inviting new initiatives. We are trying to move the blog from ECH Medium to Mirror. It is going to be a long process. I mean, by long here, I mean that we are going to have both in parallel for some time. I know William Schwab has been working to get Mirror account set up for Ethereum cat herders. William, if you may have any update on that.
Yeah, I've been working with Trent Van Epps who's also involved with Mirror. He told me today he was going to move the request forward, so we should have the ability to create a subdomain on Mirror. We have an account separate from the standard cat herders multi-sig for this that we'll just kind of informally share, just to prevent the need for an entire multi-sig transaction anytime like we want to sign and like publish a new article. If you want more details on that, you can reach out either to Pooja or myself. I don't know exactly when everything is going to move forward, but I'm expecting it to be like I'm expecting there to be definite progress on that before the next call.
Thank you. For now, for this month, we have already shared this newsletter via Medium, and if it is done in a day or two, like the account is set up, we will try to share it via Mirror as well. Otherwise, from the next blog or the newsletter, we'll try to make use of that account. Moving on for Learn to Earn. So this is new initiative that we are trying to make an in-house project with the help of contributors of ECH Engineering. We had a meeting yesterday, and currently this is in the planning phase to share general updates of the meeting and may be able to help interested contributors make contributions in future. We have created a GitHub repository for this project. Link is added to the agenda. We are making some progress, and from the last meeting that happened yesterday, currently we are planning a dry run. Shashank Yalamanchi would be running a dry run, and we will explore the other part of it, like we are trying to integrate it with POAP rewards. So George will be looking into how to integrate POAP with the response of the answers that we are receiving from Google Form as of now. The details are added in the meeting notes, and you can check out the GitHub link added over here. I don't see anyone from that team. So I think that's it on the update side. But if you have any questions or if you are interested to contribute to this project, please reach out to us on ECH Discord. The next sub item is EL merge client release naming. So Tim Beko initiated this thread at Fellowship of Ethereum Magician to help select a name for merge upgrade for execution layer client specs. Looking into the thread, it appears to me like Serenity has received the most love and signal from the community members who actually responded to the thread. So check out the link in the agenda and vote for your favorite name if you have got any. I don't know, Tim, you are in the meeting today. If you would like to add something.
Yeah, not really. I think, yeah, the thread is good. We probably need a call eventually to kind of discuss the different options. It's not the most urgent thing. We do have like a community call next week, so I wouldn't make it then. And then there's all core devs. So maybe like like late February, early March seems like a good time to have that.
Yeah, sure. We organize this one for consensus layer client. Will try to organize something in a similar fashion in 2 to 3 weeks from now. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems good. Yeah.
All right. That's for item number 4. Moving on to item 5, ECH funding. In the last meeting, I did mention that we have received some CLR matching funds from the Gitcoin round 12, but unfortunately, I'm having some issues. Have those funds moved to our Ethereum cat herders multi-sig. We are like having going on communication with the Gitcoin team. Looks like there is some issue with maybe my wallet. I don't know. But I'll keep the team posted on updates. For now, the funds hasn't been transferred. And I know that with new policy of Gitcoin, we had to do it before April. Otherwise, it will be moved back to the matching fund. I don't know, maybe I will talk to other multi-sig signer this week and see if we have other option. If there is an issue with my wallet only, maybe some of the other multi-sig signer may be able to help me out with that.
Sure, just reach out if there's anything I can help with.
Of course. Moving on to the next item, discuss and close ECH GitHub issues and pull request. The issue for JSON RPC API is still open, but I think it's time to close. We haven't received any response from the JSON RPC API team, and it looks like that the project is not actively being pursued, so we can probably close that issue. And on the funding side, I have seen a few new requests. I was hoping to put them on chain before this meeting, but unfortunately I could not. But that will be done today before the end of the day, at least on chain, and then we'll try to follow up with the rest of the multi-sig signers to get them approved. Coming to the last item of the agenda, meeting notes. I'm trying to look into the decision items on action items from the last meeting. The first one was anyone interested in helping with the ECH podcast should contact William Sharp. We did discuss about it. William is now having help for technical side, and someone reached out to me to help with the thumbnail and all. So yeah, that is there. Contact Shubhangi Gokhale if interested in participating in the meeting on January 27th. So the new community members for January 27th is over now, but we are planning another one probably on February 17th. So if you are still interested, you may reach out to us on the Ethereum cat herders. Shubhangi is trying to manage that meeting. So yeah, you can reach out to her on ECH Discord. 76.3, William Schwab to follow up with Trent on ECH Medium Mirror. We did receive the update. 76.4, suggest a vote for a name for EL merge client release naming. This is still open, and we are planning to have a community call maybe 2nd or 3rd week of February. So stay tuned for more information coming out on this item. 76.5, Pooja to get in touch with the Jared to see about closing of JSON RPC issue. I think Jared is officially moved out of the project, so we might want to close it for now. That's all from the item listed. I'm wondering if anyone has anything new to bring up and share.
I actually do have a bit of a personal, if everything else is done.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Take that as a yeah. I have given notice by my day job, so to speak. I'm a smart contract dev and work for a dev studio called Linen Labs. So I'll be sticking around with them in February, but should be moving on in March. Currently don't necessarily have something set up for March, so I figure I would put that out there in case anybody's looking for a smart contract dev who fights decentralization coordination costs by night.
Yeah, thank you for
That was a
sharing this.
joke. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we hope to see you around here, definitely in the Ethereum cat riders. And
Oh, I don't plan on leaving. Don't worry. Like I'm sticking around over here. This is just day job stuff.
all right. Okay, I see.
Hi.
Yeah, I see a new name. Yeah, I was just about to say that. I see a new name on the screen. So if you would like to go ahead and introduce yourself and maybe talk about what brings you here.
Sure, thanks. Hi, everyone. My name is Victor. I'm a recent, I guess, joiner here. I've just been looking for a way to get involved in crypto blockchain technology and Ethereum specifically. My background is in the traditional finance world. I spent about 12 or 13 years helping to build electronic trading systems for equities and options. So I have, pretty extensive finance background, and spent my entire career working with developers in a pretty technical, hands-on roles. Even though I myself am not my background is not in engineering or computer science or anything like that, but that is something that I very much enjoy. And it sounds like most of the items here are maybe spoken for, but I would definitely throw my name out there if anybody else is looking for any help, big or small. And I would actually request that maybe if you guys can send something my way as a way for me to get more involved and start to kind of get more hands-on with things, as that's kind of my preferred way of learning things. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions or if you're looking for help with anything.
Of course, I hope you are available on ECH Discord.
I am on there. I must admit that I am pretty new to Discord. My company did not use anything this sophisticated for messaging, so I'm still kind of learning my way through it. But yeah, I'm on there, and I'm trying to follow some of the chats.
What do you know what specifically you'd be looking for?
My background is sort of project management. That's kind of getting things organized and documentation, education. Some of the things that like even things like kind of there was this I think a need to help with some email or getting websites set up or things like that. I'm happy to try to help with that as well.
Cool. I'll definitely keep that in mind.
Yeah, sure. I mean, on the website side, probably I can also think of something and maybe reach out to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just let me know. Again, I'm not like a web developer technical, but like if it's something like setting up an account and kind of in a new platform and things like that, I think I'm pretty capable with those type of things.
Sure. Thank you so much for joining the call and sharing about you so people can reach out to you if they have any requirement. Yeah. Anything else from anyone before we close out for today? Well, it sounds like we have covered pretty much everything that were listed on the agenda today, and I hope to see you all in 2 weeks. We can still keep communicating. If something comes up, share it on the ECH Discord. We will try to respond to the questions. Those are there. And if someone is trying to find a way in to the ecosystem, Ethereum cat herders are there. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Have a good one, everyone.
Thanks, Pooja.
Thanks, bye.
Thanks, Pooja.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.